I want to live up to my name as the galvanizer when I speak. I want people to feel a spark. I want them to sense the energy that I have for the topic. And I want them to be able to walk away from that presentation with some real ideas of how they can take what they've heard and put it into practice in their business to help them grow to achieve the objectives that they want. I've been a professional speaker since 2004. I'm an active member of the National Speakers Association. I was president of the National Speakers Association here in the state of Oregon, and I've spoken to hundreds of audiences in the United States, Latin America, and Canada. The way I tailor a presentation is to really make sure I'm doing a good intake at the beginning, understanding what it is that they need to accomplish. And I do it sometimes through written questionnaires that will go out to audience members, that will go out to the meeting planner. And oftentimes I'm actually on the phone doing in-depth interviews and Q&As. So it really starts with getting good information. And once I have that information, then I can draw upon stuff from their industry, and I always draw on contemporary examples. I think it's very tempting to go back to an industry and use what you used the previous year, but industries are dynamic, they're always changing. So I'm always looking for what's new, what's happening in that industry, what new stuff can I bring to bear during the presentation. You have to keep it fresh. So it's that constant updating that I'm doing. There's a couple of touch points, I think, where you know if you've succeeded as a speaker. The first one is when you're delivering. You're looking out on the audience, you're looking in people's eyes, and you want to make sure that they're looking, they're not on their PDAs or their smartphones or what have you. And you can also just gauge by levels of engagement. A good presentation has interactivity in it, so whether it's questions that are coming up during the presentation, exercises that people might be doing, you can tell how involved people are by the types of participation that they have. So that's one point. The second point is after you're done, people come up to me afterwards and ask me questions. Sometimes I'll be in the room for an hour after I present, and we'll be going back and forth on some of the things I talked about. So there's that immediate check-in. I always try to hang out a little bit after I speak to have that give and take with the audience. Sometimes we'll stay the night just to do that. I think it's so exciting. And then really the biggest test of a good presentation sometimes will come 6 months later, a year later, and it's actually happened years later, where someone will contact me and say, hey, I heard you present, you probably don't remember me, in fact I didn't talk to you, but what you said made an impact on my business. It changed something I'm doing in my life, and I'm really grateful. And that's the ultimate reward as a speaker, to know that you've done well.